mats, sofas, lamps, and windows. What do each of these things have to do with each other? Keep watching to find out. Hey you guys, my name's Joanne Kaminski, and since I started my YouTube channel, I have had many people submit questions to me about online tutoring. And as an online reading tutor myself and an online tutor business coach, I've experienced firsthand or through the experience of other tutors that I've helped many of the things that you're wondering about. I personally made over $500,000 tutoring online, so I'm not a random tutor turned coach that isn't actively experiencing the same things as you. I personally have learned the areas that tutors get stuck and have learned how to get them unstuck. Now this week, I had some questions sent to my email regarding tools for online tutoring from Harshal Pathak. First, he was wondering about what kind of computer will work with online tutoring. He said, I have seen in videos that majority online tutors use Apple MacBooks, excepting a few. Would you recommend me buying a MacBook or other Windows laptops like a Dell? Would that be okay? Now, honestly, in the beginning, you guys, any computer is going to work and is less of an issue than you think. I had a Dell laptop when I began, and you can see my husband with it in this photo here. When my daughter saw this picture a couple of weeks ago, she was stunned at how big laptops used to be. I didn't have a fancy computer, and I found ways to make it work. I wrote using my mouse, which was difficult, but it worked. I just focused on sharing my screen. Now, when Ato Rana got started, he didn't even share his screen. He just had a dry erase whiteboard that he would hold up to the screen. Now, in the beginning, many people want to have the best resources and tools. But what if you get started and you realize that you don't even like doing this? That would be a shame to have invested in all of the best materials and then not even pursue it. So my suggestion is start with what you have. If you're low on funds but need a new computer, take a look at refurbished computers. They are just as good and will give you the feel for that type of computer. Then, when you have the income that supports you getting a new computer, you can upgrade. I am all about being smart with your money and investing in the right things. But I've also seen many people get all the right tools and not get any students and then quit. And that's a terrible business strategy. So be strategic when it comes to getting the resources that you need and space them out over time. Now, over time, I've come to love the Surface Pro because I can just write on the screen. And I've shared a review of the computer in another video, and I'm going to link it to it at the end of the video so that you can see what I love about it. And I want you to know what kind of computer do you guys have? List it in the chat or the comments and tell us why you love that computer that you have or what you don't love about it. And while you're commenting, if you like videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe. For those of you that watch my premieres on replay, I want to personally thank you if you've been watching the commercials. The commercials are what allow me to keep putting up great content like this and get paid. All of the proceeds are currently going to pay for a portion of my daughter's college tuition. And as many of you know, college is expensive. And I have 3 girls that plan on going to college. Now, since I've had my daughters help with the editing of these videos, I've told them that all the money earned will go directly to their college fund. So thank you. Now, Harshal mentioned that he intends to buy a laptop stand so that it's lifted and the built-in webcam is in line with his eyes. And that is one solution that you could do. But then you have to think if the keyboard will be at the right height. There's a study that is called ergonomics, and my husband needed to take a class in this when he was going for his master's. He learned all about how the position of your body and your computer will impact the pain that you feel in your body. So if your shoulders are too lifted when you're typing, you're going to feel pain in your upper shoulders, and that can lead to headaches and overall neck pain. Now, this makes it difficult when you go to work the next day and need to put your body back into that position. And there are several solutions that can help solve this. One way is to get another screen to hook up to your laptop. You can put an external webcam on top of the screen, and now you can look directly at the camera. Some people have multiple computers when they're working. This can be done to look up information on one computer while your student is working on something else, and it doesn't interrupt the tutoring situation. Now, over time, you're going to get to know what works well for you and what you need to change. When I began getting frequent headaches, my husband took a look at my office situation, and he began thinking about what needed to change to help. He was right, and now I get less frequent headaches. Another thing I have to be aware of is my posture, because it can be really easy for me to want to slouch. So I have to be aware of how I'm sitting. I began by putting up post-it notes each day that said, sit up. And this would remind me to be thinking about it and now not allow my body to slouch. Sometimes I get a ball and sit on it for an hour or two while working with my students. Now, sitting on these kinds of balls naturally puts your body into a better position. I know some people who have a standing desk so that they're not constantly sitting. And now they even make treadmill desks so that you can be walking and doing your work at the same time. There's even a stability cushion, and sitting on this desk activates your core muscles as well as your flexor and extensor muscles to help keep your balance throughout the workday. With the small continuous motions that you make all day to remain stable on this chair, deep core muscles are always being stimulated and enhanced. Another great tool for your health and your business is an Apple Watch. My watch not only tells who I am working with and when, it also tracks how many steps I'm getting. And this allows me to really focus on staying healthy. Now, our bodies were not designed to be sitting all day, every day. But as people continue to innovate and make our lives easier, it just seems to be also making us lazier with other aspects of our lives. The other thing that Harsha was wondering about is, do I require external webcam and external mic? Now, this is going to be determined on how good your current internal webcam and mic are. For most people, they're good enough for online tutoring, and you don't have to worry about it. However, when people begin to create content and share it online, the expectations increase. For example, if you start podcasting, you have to be super sensitive to how you sound when people are wearing headsets. If there are a lot of distracting noises, people will tune you out and not keep listening to your podcast. Now, for most tutors, the Blue Snowbell is perfect. I've personally gotten the Blue Yeti because of how much content I create. It is the top of the line, but not necessary for a beginning online tutor. For webcams, your internal webcam is going to be good enough. If you find that you're not as clear as you would like to be, you can purchase a new one. Now, I happen to have the HD Microsoft webcam and have placed it over my computer so that it's at eye level for me. I try to be completely lit when I tutor and didn't really like how I looked with my internal webcam, which is fine because it allowed me to place the webcam on my extra screen. Now, I know that some people wonder about headsets as well. Now, I started with just regular earbuds in the beginning, but after working 4 to 8 hours in a row, my ears would be bothering me. And this isn't the case for everyone. Some people do great with earbuds, so you just have to find out what's going to be comfortable for you. After being irritated with the earbuds, I moved to a headset that goes over the ears, and this worked much better. And then Bose was having a sale one day, and I bought a pair of them. Now I'm hooked. I have a pair of wireless Bluetooth noise-reducing headset, and it feels like I died and went to heaven. I love them and can't imagine using any other kind. But again, this isn't something that you need when you're just getting started. If it sounds like something you would like, let the money from your tutoring business allow you to afford them. Put them on your bucket list for now and take a look at how you can make the technology you have work for you. Now, another area that Harsha was wondering about was lighting. He said, to supplement light on my face while tutoring, I keep a lit lamp at the back of my laptop so that I face the lamp. But I think that makes my face appear with shadows. So now I think to add 2 8 LED ring lights with tripod stand on either side of the laptop, which may even out the light, prevent shadows. Do you think that this is a good idea? Honestly, it can work. It's a good idea that if you're lit well enough that your student can see you, but the kind of lighting you have really isn't that important. I've purchased lighting for photographers, and this solves the problem of shadows. I do have a light on the right and the left. It is kind of bright, but over time, you get used to it. But I also create videos like these all the time, so it's more important for me to be well lit than the everyday tutor. Ring lights can be a solution. You can check it out and see if it works for you. Now, at the beginning of this video, I said that you were also going to learn about cats and couches. Well, Harsha was wondering if his couch in the background would be distracting. Honestly, I doubt it. My students have all kinds of things in their background and I'm not distracted, so I wouldn't worry about it. It might be weird if you have your bed in the background, but a couch would be totally fine. He also was wondering about his cat. So he has a cat that loves to be near him and can be seen once in a while when he would be tutoring. Now, I love getting to know my students' pets, and they love getting to know mine, so this has never been a problem. One of my students likes to start his session holding his cat Mango. She's orange and big, and I love when I get to greet Mango. The student then puts his cat down, and we get started. Now, there have been times when my dog Champ comes to visit, and my students love seeing my dog. Not only is he super cute, but the kids ooh and ah when they meet him. Now, many tutors, they come up with many reasons why they can't get started. And I want you to know that sometimes this can be a form of procrastination. Get started with what you have today. And when you begin to experience problems, you're going to begin to find solutions for the things that are not working. So just get started. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be opening the doors again to the Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass. The 30 tutors that joined this round have already gotten 100 students following the step-by-step plan that is now proven to work. If you'd like to get on this waiting list for this program, just click on the link and I will keep you informed when the doors officially open. And thanks for all the questions, Harshal, and I hope that this helps you ease into the idea that you will most likely have all the tools that you need, your background will not be distracting, and now it's time to get students. So to check out my favorite computer, you guys, click on the link on the right-hand side where I share the features that I love about the Surface Pro. And remember, this doesn't have to be a computer that you get started with, but it can be a computer that you work up to.